Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I am going to be getting into some of this new makeup that I've been picking up at Dollar Tree. I'm really excited to use some of these products. And I did already do my foundation, my concealer, and my eyebrows. So the first product I'm going to be using is this Wet n Wild Studio palette. I just absolutely love the color range in here. You get a lot of like smoky shades as well as some like lighter purples and pink shades as well. And the really neat thing about this palette is that it comes with a brush, and the brush is actually pretty nice. Normally the brushes that come in the palettes aren't super nice, but this one has kind of like a blending brush along with like a flat kind of brush. So I think that that's really neat. I'm gonna try this out and see how it works, how it applies the product. And this palette is called Quartz Center. So I thought that was really, really pretty. All the different shades you get in here, I think they're really super stunning. So the first shade I'm gonna get into, I think I'm gonna go in with this one right here. It's kind of like a glittery, like purple color right here. I think that's really pretty. I'm just gonna put that in my crease. Actually, before I start applying my makeup, I am gonna pin my hair back a little bit, just so it's kind of like out of the way. I got these clips at Dollar Tree and I like how they kind of hold my hair back. I think they're really nice. So let me just go in with this purple shade right here. I'm just gonna apply that in my crease. This brush does feel a little flimsy, to be honest. It's not a super nice eyeshadow brush, but I will say that it's a lot nicer than a lot of the other brushes that come in with these like eyeshadow palettes. I think it's pretty nice in comparison, but it's not really my favorite. So I went ahead and applied that in my crease. It blended really well and it's pretty pigmented. I only went in like with two or three different times just to kind of build it up. But I think it looks really nice. You definitely don't really get like the glitter in there, but that's kind of what I was hoping for. I didn't want to put like a whole bunch of glitter in my crease. But yeah, this is actually really, really pretty. Okay, so now that I have this purple shade, this was the one right here. Now that I have that in both of my creases, I am gonna go in with a little bit darker of a shade. I think I'm gonna go in with this like deep purple color right here and just apply that to like the outer edge and just see how it works. I'm just gonna go in with the same brush. I'm nervous with this color just because I don't typically wear a lot of dark eyeshadow. So it's not overly pigmented, which is a good thing in my opinion. When it comes to like the darker shades, I kind of like to build them up a little bit more. So when they're overly pigmented, it kind of like, you have to go in really light-handed. I really like this shade. I was kind of scared of it at first, honestly, but I think it looks nice. It blended out well. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this eye and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and applied it to both eyes, just like on the outer edge here. And it's getting pretty bold. This is a pretty bold eye look, especially because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna be sitting at home watching TV. But I wanted to do my makeup with you guys just so you could see how some of these products work in case you can pick up this palette at your Dollar Tree. But so far I am liking it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to go in with a different Wet n Wild eyeshadow product. I'm going to go in with this liquid catsuit. This is the Shimmer Liquid Eyeshadow. I actually have used this before. I've picked up a few of these from Dollar Tree and I really like the way they work. I have not used a color this dark before, but I do like how glittery it is. And this is in the shade When Stars Align. But I think it's really, really pretty. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to almost like do like a cut crease. I'm gonna get my concealer by Maybelline and this like flat brush, and I'm just gonna kind of cover the area on my eyelid where I want that liquid shadow to kind of stand out more. Now that I have my concealer applied to where I want the shadow to kind of stick out, I'm just gonna take this little applicator here and apply it where I have the concealer. And I think I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of blend it out a little bit. I kind of wiped it off a little bit, so I'm just gonna go back over with very sparingly. You don't really need a whole lot to get it to be like opaque glitter. Really struggled with this because I feel like whenever I would open, because I have hooded eyes, whenever I would open my eyes back up, it would just kind of smear and get clumped up. So I did have to kind of let it dry a little bit before I started to open my eyes. And then I did another layer and it looks, I mean, it looks pretty pigmented. I really like, I don't know if it's picking it up well on camera, but I really do like the amount of glitter that shows. I think it's really pretty. I am gonna go back in with this shade right here, just on the outer edge, just to kind of blend it a little bit better. Now that I kind of blended out the outer edges, I'm just gonna go in with this little like kind of smudge brush and use that same color right here that I put like in my, like the outer edge. I'm gonna use this just underneath. So I went ahead and I kind of smudged out my lower lash line with that deep purple shade, and I really like it. I think it's pretty. It's definitely not a look I would wear every day. But for today, it's fun to try something kind of different. The next item I'm going to be getting into is this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. I really like that you get the 2 shades in there, and it's such a large pan. You get quite a bit of product. It does come with 0.44 ounces in here, and this is in the shade Caramel Toffee. On the back, it does have some directions on how to apply the contour, which I think is really nice, especially if you're like me and you're not somebody who typically does a whole lot of contour. I'm not really sure if I'm going to use this lighter shade, but I'm definitely going to get into the more bronze shade. I'm just going to use this angled contour brush, and I'm just gonna apply it like right here where I would normally apply my my bronzer. Oh, actually, I'm gonna leave my glasses on just so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. Oh, very pigmented right off the bat, I can tell. So this is what it looks like blended out a bit. I think it looks a lot better. It was a little bit harsh at first, but I really like it. I really like how pigmented this is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in on the other side here. And it comes out really pigmented, but it blends nicely, which is good. So that way you definitely do get that like contour look, but it doesn't look so harsh. It does blend out really well. So I really like this. This palette is really nice. I think you get a ton of product in here, especially for just $1. I think I'm going to just finish blending this out, and then we'll get into the next face product. So for the last product that I'm going to be trying out from Dollar Tree, I am going to be using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. And it's in this really gorgeous, like bluish lilac color. And it's called Royal Calyx. And it's a really stunning, it looks like a duochrome kind of highlighter. It looks like maybe like light blue glitter with like a purple kind of base. It's so stunning. And I absolutely love the little image that's kind of like imprinted like a flower almost. It's super stunning. I'm just gonna apply this with my favorite highlighting brush from Shop Miss A. I'm just gonna put it right here at the top of my cheekbone. Oh, that's really pretty. It doesn't really look like a blue or purple color to me, which is what I was honestly like a little worried it would just come out like a bright purple, but it looks really nice. Really, really pretty. And it's very like you can build it up. It's not like super pigmented right away. So the more I look at this, the more I like it. It's definitely, you definitely do get that kind of like purple like undertone to it. I really, really like this product. This is probably my most favorite thing that I've tried out. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back with the finished look and I will tell you my final thoughts. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I tried not to go too crazy with the lip color just because I know there is a lot going on with my eyes. This is a lot darker of a look than I usually go for day to day. But I really like it. I think it's fun. It was a fun look to do. And all in all, I really enjoyed all of the products. I truly did. Of course, this highlight was my favorite of the day just because it's so different than anything else I have in my collection. I think it's really, really gorgeous. And then this eyeshadow palette, it works really well. I didn't try too many of the colors just because I was going to be using this liquid shadow, but the colors I did try in this studio palette were really good. And I'm excited to try to play with some more of these colors. I really liked them. As far as this liquid eyeshadow goes, it was really difficult to work with. It's not that I didn't like it. I do like the way it looks. I love how pigmented the glitter is. I just feel like this was a lot of trouble and it was really difficult to work with. And it took a lot of time to kind of get it to look the way I wanted. So this, I mean, I do like it, but I don't know if I'll reach for it very often just because of the amount of trouble it was. And then this contouring palette I really liked as well. I really liked this bronze shade. I thought it was really nice. And then I did actually use this. I didn't do it on camera, but I used this powder, like the lighter one, just to kind of clean up by my eyeshadow, just because it was a little like, I don't know, kind of making it like, it kind of was like running, not running, but like getting smeared. It was getting kind of smeared. So I used this to kind of like clean it up with my beauty sponge and it worked really well. I really liked this powder. I'm really excited that I found this for just $1. So all in all, I really, really enjoyed all of the makeup products.